Why are so many people skipping over Myrtle Beach and heading straight to this quiet little suburb instead? Conway, South Carolina might look like just another dot on the map, but once you see what's happening here, it all makes sense. And there's one massive incentive new buyers are cashing in on right now, but only a handful of people even know about it. So join me as we take a map tour of Conway, South Carolina. Welcome back to the Living in Myrtle Beach YouTube channel with Christian and Alicia. I am Chris. Alicia's on vacation somewhere in New York. She's up there taking care of business as she's also licensed in New York. But I am here in our new studio in our home. If you can see the backdrop there, we're so excited. We can't wait to decorate it. It looks amazing. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you can see the behind the scenes look of how we started it and how everything is going. But we need to decorate now, but it looks amazing so far. But anyway, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Chris Melendez. I am a transplant here in the Myrtle Beach area, relocated here from Long Island, New York, retired from the New York City Fire Department, and came on down once I retired, and I absolutely love it. But in this video, we're going to be going over Conway. Conway is one of the most popular towns right outside Myrtle Beach. And what people don't know is that when people start shopping for Myrtle Beach, they start shopping for homes, they don't realize that around Myrtle Beach, there are so many cities and towns and subdivisions and quaint little areas that you can move to as well. Not only that, but you get more bang for your buck by doing so. Because as they say, the further you get away from that big, beautiful ocean, the more inexpensive homes can get. Not only that, but we're also going to be checking out some of the brand new construction community, because 99% of my sales have been new construction. So we're going to be taking a look at some of the communities within Conway and the map and everything that Conway has to offer. We're going to be doing that in this video, and also a brand new community that's right in Conway, which we're going to be going through. They're going to be offering for the first time in a long while a multi-gen home. So if that's something you're looking for, they're bringing it back by popular demand. People are requesting it back for them to build it again, and they're going to be doing so. Stay tuned for that. And that's in a brand new community in Conway. But let's get right into it. As you can see, Conway, if I zoom on out, this map, it looks like a paint splatter. So it looks like an artist just flicked his paintbrush and hit and threw it on the map here. As you can see, it is a very convoluted map. It's one of the most confusing maps in the area. And if I click on, let me just move my head out of the way there for a second. And if I click on this, you can see a little better. You can see the without the satellite view, you can see how expansive it is. So a lot of times, believe it or not, Conway gets a bad rap because sometimes people have a bad experience in a certain area in Conway, whether it's flood, whether it's the transportation, whether it's, you know, believe it or not, some of the outskirts of Conway are less desirable than others. And I'm not trying to steer. This is the feedback I'm getting back from my clients and what they're telling me. But as you can see, Conway is very, very expansive, and it looks like a paint splatter or whatever. But Conway is expanding, and I'm going to tell you why. There are communities are outside of this map boundary here that are still in Conway, which is why it's so confusing. And I don't understand why that is. I'm still trying to get an answer to that, why this map has not been updated. But as you can see, the area is growing, and as they keep expanding up to, you know, more inland away from the beach, you're probably going to be seeing more communities added into the Conway boundary. But this boundary right here is a little bit outdated, if you ask me, because a lot of the communities that we're going to be taking a look at are actually outside this boundary. But anyway, with that being said, this is Conway right here, and what makes Conway so special is that the proximity to everything. So you're going to be about, depending on where in Conway you are, you're going to be anywhere between maybe 20 and 30 minutes away from the beach, depending on traffic along 501. 501 is the main strip right here. This is 501 right here. So this runs straight down to 31 and down towards the beach. Not only that, but it also runs to the airport. And 31 also is a very popular highway here that takes you all the way from North Carolina, the border, just on the border of North Carolina, down to the Surfside beach area. So if you wanted to go to that beach and enjoy that beach, it's very easy to get there. You could be there within 35 minutes from Conway. But all along 501 here, you're going to have all your shops. You're going to have everything that you would ever need here. You have your Lowe's, home improvement. You're going to have your Tanger's outlet, your Walmart Supercenter, and something that's in your Publix right over here. And as I mentioned, the Tanger's outlet is right there. But not only that, but you're also going to be be close to the Conway Medical Center, which is one of the top-notch medical centers here in the area. You're going to be close to that. You're also going to be close to Coastal Carolina University, which is right here. And as you take 501 straight up, it's going to lead you to one of my favorite places in Conway, which is downtown Conway. Downtown Conway holds a special place in my heart, only because when we first moved down here, everything happened so quickly. And when we first moved down here, our closing was set for the following day. So we had to drive down here with our dogs, and we needed a pet-friendly place to stay. And we decided to stay at the Cypress Inn. Let me tell you, the Cypress Inn is an amazing place here. It is a authentic bed and breakfast, but it's an amazing place here. We're going to be taking a look at that in a second, a little closer look. Bed and breakfast here, but let me just zoom on in here and see what we can see from here. Let's see if we can get a picture from the Google Street View, and there it is right there. You could barely make it out, but I'm going to definitely put some footage there for you so you can take a look. But that is Conway right here. And if we zoom on it, as I mentioned, downtown Conway is one of my favorite spots. This is a very historical town, one of the oldest towns in the Conway area, in the South Carolina area. And if we put a little pinprick there, and this is the bridge that brings you right over the 𝗂𝗏 River and down to the downtown Conway. Now, as you can see, it looks like this was taken during the holidays here. They decorate this for every single holiday. They have events down here. It is very family friendly. And as we take a little tour of the downtown Conway here, we're also going to be passing the City Hall, which is right here. Here's City Hall right here. And you have a bunch of shops and restaurants and boutique shops. And this is the general store right here. And just the artwork around, as you can see, this was decorated for Christmas here, the City Hall area here. But this is beautiful. You have the weeping willow trees here. You have a couple of you have a bakery right here, which is pretty awesome. But if we go down this way, down this street right here, you also have one of my favorite seating areas, which is right in here. We grab our coffee and we tend to actually, that might be me right there. Nope, that's not me. But anyway, you can come here, enjoy your coffee and enjoy your brew right there. But you have a beautiful historic town here. And again, you have a lot of restaurants, a lot of boutique shops, so you can go shopping here. But it's a very historic town. You guys are going to love it. And this is what makes Conway. This is the heart of Conway, I like to say. Also, you have the Riverwalk right in here. So we zoom on in here. Actually, you could see the Cypress Inn a little better right here. So this is the Cypress Inn. I think I mentioned that before, where we initially stayed our first time down here with our dogs. We stayed overnight there. Beautiful, awesome breakfast there. But this is the Riverwalk right here. You can come here and enjoy a nice afternoon here and walk around. And some people fish. You can watch the boats go by. But this is beautiful, beautiful place. I absolutely love it here. It has great walkability. But this is what makes Conway one of the nicest areas around. It's so charming. It's so friendly. Everybody's super friendly down there, but it is absolutely beautiful. You know, before I forget to mention that Conway is divided by 501. That is the boundary line. So that when you hear me tell you that community in Conway is north of 501, this is what I'm talking about right here. So this right here is 501. So if I say it is north of 501, it's going to be in this area. If I say it's south of 501, it's going to be in this area right here. So like that, you're more aware of where the community is in relation to 501. Another reason why everyone is moving down to the Conway area is the cost of living. The cost of living down here is way, way, way lower than the national average in places like New York, where I came from. So if we're looking at, according to pay scale, the cost of living down in the Conway area is about 7% below the national average. Right here, as you can see that right there, and housing costs are 32% below the national average. And the utilities are 19% above the national average. But I will tell you right now, if you are buying a new construction home, these homes are smart technology homes. Not only that, but some of them do have foam insulation. Some of them are cost effective because of the way they insulate the home. And you're getting a brand new home, so you're not going to have any kind of like seepage through the walls or anything like that, or any kind of cracks that you lose heat or your AC. You're going to have brand new energy efficient ACs, water heaters, and all that stuff when you're buying a new construction home. So that can can come down a bit from the national average there. But if we're looking at places like New York, where I came from, so New York, the cost of living there is 130% above the national average as compared to 7% below the national average of Conway, South Carolina. And the housing costs are 412% above the national average. That is totally insane to me. It is insane. I was paying $15,000 in taxes only for a quarter acre in Suffolk County, New York. So happy down here. I went from paying $15,000 to paying $1,800 a year. That's right. You heard me right. $1,800 a year, but just wanted to give you a comparison of the cost of living down here. And when I first moved down here about 4 years ago, gas was $1.98. I just fueled up the other day at $2.55. So, and the gas prices down here, they fluctuate a lot, whether you're buying in the city of Myrtle Beach. In certain areas, you can get it a lot cheaper, but I believe when you fuel up closer to where Myrtle Beach is and everybody that's there vacationing for whatever reason, they have high gas prices there. But if you go to places like Little River, Surfside Beach, or even places inland, you can get it about 10 cents cheaper. So if you ever find your way, places like Conway, certain places in Conway, you can definitely get it a lot cheaper than in Myrtle Beach. Whenever I'm out traveling around, I'm in Conway, I make sure to fuel up there because gas prices tend to be about 10 cents cheaper than in the Myrtle Beach area. But there you have it. It is an amazing comparison. Like as I mentioned, 130% New York is, the cost of living is up there in New York. It is absolutely insane. Aside from the cost of living in Conway, we're going to be taking a look at the median price points in places like Myrtle Beach and North Myrtle Beach. As you can see, the median price point in Conway, South Carolina is $310,000. That is up 5.1% year over year. As I mentioned, a lot of people are driving the prices up here because they're moving into this area, because even though it's up 5%, it's still much affordable, such as places like Myrtle Beach, which is $329,000, and North Myrtle Beach, which is $415,000. Now, I want to show you the difference between new construction. So we were just looking at all types, condos, residential, new construction, and resales. But if we looked at new construction here and the price points, Conway, it's $317,000. So you can get a brand new home in Conway for $317,000, whereas in Myrtle Beach, it's $400,000. And I think in a previous video, when I was comparing a new community in Conway and I was comparing the same floor plan from that one builder in Conway to the same floor plan in a community in Myrtle Beach, it was about $90,000 cheaper in Conway than it was in Myrtle Beach. So big difference when you're comparing the two here. And in North Myrtle Beach, the median price point for new construction is $509,000. So you can see you're saving a lot of money by relocating to Conway, and you're still going to be close, as I said in my opening, to places like the beach, everything, all the amusement parks that Myrtle Beach has to offer, then the 60 miles of beaches that the Grand Strand area has to offer. So you're going to still be close to all that, but yet you're going to be able to move into a brand new home for a very reasonable price. And we're going to be taking a look at some of those in a second. We're going to be taking a look at some of the communities, both on the north side of 501 and on the south side of 501, so you can see the difference in cost and all that good stuff. Hey, if you don't already know, I created this amazing website. If you go to living-in-myrtlebeach.com and you go to the cities tab, here you're going to have the most interactive map available out there, where you're going to be able to hover over any particular city or town that you might be interested in. For instance, we're in Conway today, so if we click on Conway, it's going to take you not only to the most recent video that we shot in Conway, but also homes that are currently available in Conway. And the best thing is that you'll be able to give a thumbs up to the ones you like, and guess what? The AI is going to start shooting similar homes to you whenever they become available. But this is an amazing site, and also you're going to be able to see a playlist of all the videos we filmed in that particular area, such as Conway. These are all the videos that we filmed there. So it's a very interactive area. We can come here and spend hours on end researching the area all in one place. We did this specifically with you in mind. And if you're interested, you can always download our relocation guide. Just click on the relocation guide right here tab and scroll down to the bottom here, and you can download it right here. It is 39 pages of information that you're not going to find anywhere else. Just click on the download button here and you can download your copy today. And if you want to contact us, and set up your one-on-one Zoom call, you can do so easy right here. Just click on let's get started and answer these 3 questions, and you'll be on your way to setting that one-on-one Zoom call, which a lot of clients find it super helpful, because I do the same thing I'm doing here. I share my map with them. I ask them what they're looking for, and we isolate the exact area. The last thing you want to do is move to the wrong area. We contact us today and we'll get the ball rolling. All right, we're now going to be taking a look at new construction homes in new communities. Some of these will not be within a subdivision, so you may see some new homes not within a subdivision, because some of these are private builders who buy the land and build homes on it. But for the most part, we're going to be looking at new construction communities. Also, these builders offer different incentives, which we're going to be talking about a little later. A lot of them offer different incentives, and we get emailed every morning. I get a different email of different incentives. So they're always changing, which is why you need to contact us if you're interested in buying new construction, because we can help guide you through all the builders and the incentives they're offering for you. We'll create a chart for you so you can make the best decision. Make sure you contact us if you're looking for new construction. But as you can see right here, this is going to help you visualize of what I was talking about before. So 501 runs from east to west right here, right along down here, right down the downtown Conway. And you can see homes on the north side of 501 and homes on the south side of 501. So if we zoom on in here, for instance, we're going to take a look at a couple of homes in this area right here. This neighborhood is 𝗵𝗁 Lane. That's the name of the subdivision, 𝗵𝗁 Lane right here. So this home right now is under construction. It is 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, and it's listed for $305,000. Yes, you can get a 2,200 square foot home for that price. And if we move on to the next home here in this area right here, this is going to be in the community of Lock Haven right here. You get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1,650 square feet. So if you're looking at downsides and you're retiring, you say, hey, I don't want anybody visiting me. I don't want to buy too big of a home. This can be ideal for you. This one is listed for $268,000. And that's not including some of the incentives that these builders offer. So make sure to contact us and we'll let you know exactly what those incentives are. Some of them are offering between 4.99 interest rate if you go through their preferred lender. Also, they're offering to pay closing costs. They're offering so many things. Some of them are offering, if you're buying a home where you're allowed to pick your finishes, they're offering up to $15,000 so you can choose your finish, help you choose your finishes, so you can tack that on to, it's called like funny money or something like that. I don't know what it's called. But anyway, they gave it a name. It was an interesting name, but I forget. But they give you money towards picking your finishes. But anyway, this community is in Lock Haven. And if we zoom on out here, let's go to, there's actually a very surprising community that is in Conway, but it's closer to the Myrtle Beach area, which is the Wild Wing Plantation here, the retreat at Wild Wing right here. And if we click on this community here, as you can see that you get a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home for $419,000. So again, the closer you get to that Myrtle Beach area, the higher the prices get. This one is listed for $419,000, whereas the other one was in the 300s or in the 200s because you're closer to the beach. I'll show you where that is exactly. So you're going to be minutes to the Carolina Forest area, which is an amazing area. Not only when you live in the Wild Wing area right here, you go to the Carolina Forest School District because that's how close you're going to be to the Myrtle Beach area. The Carolina Forest School District is one of the best in the area. Another area here that we want to focus on, and as I mentioned, remember that the map, when we went over the map and I mentioned that they have to update it. And this is why, because you have a brand new community that they're building right in here, which is going to be awesome. They're going to be building homes. It's called Auburn Woods. They're going to be building about 1,500 homes there. They're going to have 2 pools. They're going to have a golf simulator and all that good stuff. And not only that, but they're building another school close by. You're going to have access to that as well. But living in this area, it's going to be like the next Carolina Forest in that you're going to have access to the North Myrtle Beach area and all the shopping that you can imagine along 17. So this community is going to be very nicely situated right here, right by 22. 22 takes you straight to the North Myrtle Beach area, and you're going to have easy access to the beach, yet you're going to be in an area that's not overdeveloped currently, and you're going to have amazing homes built there. And actually, this builder right here is actually bringing back that multi-gen home that I mentioned, where it became very popular in other communities. They're going to be bringing that back. They do have some 3-car garage models. Let's see if I can show you a 3-car garage model right now. Currently, they do not have a multi-gen home that I can show you, but they're bringing it back in the other phases in the community. Again, this is at the very beginning phases. So you can actually choose your lot, the lot that you want, and potentially the floor plan that you want on the in this community. But anyway, this home right here, this is a 3 and 2 within the Auburn Woods area, $374,000. This is a 2,800 square foot home. Let me see if I can get you. They do have 3-car garages. Let's see if they have any built as of yet. And we did do a video of this community. I'm going to make sure I link it up to this video so you can take a look at it. This one right here is listed at $363,000, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,500 square feet. Currently, they do not have any 3-car garages, but this is a 2-story home. So if you need more bedrooms, this is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home. This is one of the most popular models here. So again, you're getting 3,200 square feet for $408,000. That is amazing. You cannot get a better price per square footage in this community. And if you want to know when those multi-gen homes are going to become available, make sure you contact us. And I'll be sure to send you that information as they become available. There currently aren't any available yet, but they do have some lots where they're going to be building that particular multi-gen homes, which is perfect for people who have college kids that are going to become visiting and they want that privacy, or if you're moving in with an in-law that's going to be living with you, it's going to be perfect for them. It's going to be offering them privacy and all that good stuff. This one right here is listed at $330,000, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,300 square feet. This is why I mentioned that the map has to be changed, because the map only covered this area right in here, and now Conway is expanding out here. For instance, this community right here, if we click on here, that's on the other side of 22. Close to the Auburn Woods area. This home is 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,700 square feet, and it's listed for $417,000. This one is in Carter's Bluff, which is a very popular community as well. And if we zoom on out here, now let's take a look at some of the areas that are on the south side of 501, such as this one right here. So here you go. This is what I was saying. You get a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,900 square feet for $291,000. So you have a 2-car garage in this one. This one is in the Rivertown Landing area of Conway. And we'll see what else is available in this community. If we zoom on in a little bit here. This one here is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home listed for $334,000. This one's going to be offering you over 2,800 square feet, 2-story home. And again, this is going to be on the south side of 501. And if we look at this community right here, this community is the Heritage Crossing community. It's going to be listed at $288,000, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,100 square feet. And let's take a look at this community down here again, all along on the south side of 501. This is similar to the other home that we looked at. This is also going to be in the Rivertown Landing area. If you guys have any question, feel free, leave them in the comment section below. Let me know which areas you like best, what type of home are you looking for, or where are you guys moving from? Where are you relocating from? And your time frame. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm always interested to know where people are watching from. It's very helpful to me. And this one right here actually is a very unique house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, $307,000. And it's going to also be in the Rivertown Landing area. You're going to get 2,000 square foot home right here. And you know what? Let's take a look at what the inside looks on this home really quick. So you're going to get a nice, decent home with a 2-car garage and all that good stuff. What I wanted to show you is also you might have options of buying a resale that's not too old. So if we go on in here and we click on Conway and year built, let's do 2020. Let's put in the year 2020 and the max year 2023. and see what pops up. So here you have a bunch of resale homes as well. Not only can you get into a new community, but you can get into a newish home built in 2020. And if I just click on the full screen here, you can see you have a lot of options. And why am I telling you this is because when we look at resale homes in Conway, let me just X this out here. So if we're looking at resale homes in Conway, previously owned, we look at the days on market or the month supply of homes right here. It is at 4.8%. That is up 41% year over year in Conway. So what does that mean? Anything close to 6 months is considered quote unquote a seller's market. Anything over 6 months is considered a buyer's market. So you have about 4 months supply of homes in Conway for resales. And when you look at new construction, there's only 3.7 months supply of homes. So it's closer. When you look at the resale previously owned, it's closer to the buyer's market. So there is homes are staying on the market a lot longer. Resale homes are anyway. So you have more room for negotiating the price. The only drawback of that is that you won't be eligible for all the incentives that new constructions are offering right now to buyers such as yourself. A lot of resale sellers cannot compete with that, which is why they have to be very competitive with the pricing of their home. So just keep that in mind. You could get yourself into a resale home that's kind of newish. So if you're looking for a resale, let's take a look at a couple of homes here. This one, for instance, this is a resale home. This home was built in 2021. So you can get a home like this for $489,000. This is 2,100 square feet. And believe it or not, when you get a resale home, sometimes the owner have done, they've done upgrades to it. For instance, they added a new kitchen, or they added wainscoting or crown molding, and they've done all the upgrades for you where you don't have to do them. They also added landscaping. They added an in-ground pool. So these are things to take into consideration when you're buying a resale home. You could get into a home that has all the upgrades and finishes that you would have to add yourself when you're buying a brand new construction. But here you have another home listed at $675,000. This one is in the Carolina forest area, the Wild Wing Plantation. It's listed at $675,000, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath home. So this one, as you can see from the photos, it's completely done out. You have the tray ceilings with the crown molding, with the gourmet kitchen. So you can see this is a very updated home. But this is also in Conway. So you have a nice flexibility of homes that are very affordable to homes that are a little bit on the higher end in the 600s. So whatever home you like, whatever your budget is, you're going to find it in Conway. Here's another resale home here listed at $310,000. And this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot home right here. And it's going to be in the 𝗬𝗵𝗶 subdivision. If we take a look at the photos here, so you can get yourself into a resale home such as this one at a very reasonable price as well. This person added a deck to the back, which is really nice. Another home in Conway that's a resale is listed at $399,000, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,600 square feet. And I'll show you what the inside looks like. So as you can see, they've done their upgrades as well. They got a beautiful crown molding in the tray ceilings. So you can also get yourself into this beautiful home at a very reasonable price of $310,000. Here's another home in the Lock Haven area in Conway, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This is a resale at $344,000. The lot size on here, and another thing that I forgot to mention, in Conway, if you want half-acre lots, if you're looking for acreages, you're going to find it in Conway as well. This one is close to 0.33 of an acre. That's a pretty sized backyard if we look at it right here, and it's already fenced in. Just so you know, when you buy a new construction, you got to install the fences. The good thing about buying a resale, and if you have pets, sometimes they add the fence for you. The fence is already there, so you don't have to worry about adding the fence. So it's very cost effective. And this home right here was built in, let me see what year it was built. This home was built in 2022. So it's still relatively new. And again, that's the luxury of buying a resale home, is that sometimes you don't want to spend money on a fence, and being a couple of years old, it doesn't really matter to you. So this would be the ideal home to purchase as a resale. Hey, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. And also, if you love this map tour video, guess what? I created a playlist of all the map videos that we produce for you right here. Just simply click on play all and start watching those videos today.